Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful holiday season. So I saw Guardians of the Galaxy the Holiday Special on Disney Plus, and I just want to go over my thoughts a little bit. There's really not that much to talk about plot-wise. It's fairly simple. The movie is basically Drax and Mantis go to Earth to kidnap Kevin Bacon to take him back to Peter Quill, because Quill is kind of homesick and misses Christmas. And that's basically the whole plot of the movie. Well, there's a few things that we do learn about the Guardians in this that's kind of cool. So right off the bat, we learn that Mantis is actually Peter Quill's half-sister, because she's like a daughter of Ego or something. And as his sister, she wants to make him happy, so that's why she goes on this Kevin Bacon adventure with Drax. We also learned that the Guardians bought the planet Nowhere from the Collector. So the Collector is still alive. Of course, we saw the Collector in Nowhere back in the first Guardians movie. And in Infinity War, Thanos, we see on Nowhere, there's the illusion of the Collector, but we weren't sure if he lived or died or not by Thanos' hands. So it is confirmed the Collector is still alive. They bought Nowhere from him. And then this also takes place after Thor Love and Thunder, because Groot has kind of grown up a little bit. He's much bigger, and he kind of looks like he's been hitting the gym. He's like a little bit like stockier, not quite as tall as he was in the first Guardians movie, but just kind of like bigger. So it's really cool to see Groot back and kind of see his progression throughout these movies. I really like that. And then also Rocket calls their new ship the Bowie, and I think it's a new ship. I'm not sure if that's the one they had in Thor Love and Thunder or not. But in the first Guardians movie, Peter called his ship the Milano, named after the actress Alyssa Milano, who was big in the 80s because of the show Who's the Boss. And then in Infinity War and Endgame, their ship was called the Benatar, named after Pat Benatar, who's a big 80s singer. And then now it's the Bowie, named after singer David Bowie. So I kind of like this theme that we're doing of Peter like naming his ships after all these celebrities that he liked in the 80s. I thought that was pretty fun. So in this, we do get the full Guardians roster, except for Gamora. She's not in this. We do get some more Kraglin in this, played by Sean Gunn, the brother of James Gunn, the director. And Kraglin's wearing the little fin that controls the arrow that Yondu had. And Nebula's here, and there's kind of a funny gag where Nebula gives Rocket Bucky's metal arm as a Christmas present, which is kind of a great callback to Infinity War when Rocket asked Bucky how much for the arm. So that's kind of a fun callback. Not sure how Nebula got it, but maybe it's a spare arm or something, but it's really kind of a funny scene. And then we do get some Rocket here, and then we also meet the new member Cosmo, the space dog, who gets kind of a few lines here, and I believe they will be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And Cosmo is kind of just, I believe, was like a part of the Collector's collection in the background. And so they must have, the dog must have came with the deal with the Collector or something. So that's kind of cool. And it is a talking dog, but not the same way that Rocket is a talking raccoon. It's more like the dog Doug from the movie Up, with the little talking collar thing. And then the special also opens up with an animated sequence. Instead of having younger actors of Peter Quill and Yondu, they just kind of do an animated sequenced flashback to show that when Peter Quill was young and he's first taken, he wanted to celebrate Christmas, and Yondu just wasn't having it. And so we find out that in another flashback animated again, that Yondu did kind of come around to Christmas for Peter, and it kind of just builds off of that sort of father-son dynamic that they kind of had in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And it's kind of nice to hear the voice of Yondu again. And I really like the animation style. It's not the same style as Marvel's What If show. It actually kind of reminds me of a Cartoon Network, C-Lab type of show animation style. But it's really pretty cool, and it definitely adds a little different dynamic to the special. But then the whole movie is pretty much Drax and Mantis go to Hollywood to try and find Kevin Bacon. And so we get some cool fish out of water stuff with Drax and Mantis in Hollywood. They see all the cosplayers on the strip, and they see a Captain America cosplayer, and Mantis thinks it's actually Steve, which is kind of a funny joke. And then they make a ton of money just posing for pictures with a bunch of tourists, and that's kind of fun. And then they get drunk at a bar, and they're just running around and stuff. And Mantis actually uses her powers a lot in this special, which is kind of cool. And even Drax kind of looks pretty powerful. He has a couple good scenes, and you kind of like forget that, yeah, on Earth, these like alien beings are actually really powerful. So it's actually a really good special to highlight Drax and Mantis is like a really good character. I've always liked Mantis since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and this is like really a good place for her to shine. And then, of course, they break into Kevin Bacon's house, and they start stealing his lawn ornaments, decorations. Mantis grabs the big candy cane, and Drax grabs like a inflatable elf he calls the Funny Man, and it's actually kind of like really cute and charming. And then they abduct Kevin Bacon, they take him back to nowhere, and then when Peter Quill unboxes him, he like kind of freaks out. He's like, "You kidnapped a person?" But it's actually a really sweet scene where Peter Quill comes out and it's revealed that the whole town is decorated for Christmas, and it's playing the Smashing Pumpkins song Christmas Time, which I thought was cool because I love the Smashing Pumpkins, and it just kind of fit with the whole sort of wonder of Christmas that they're really trying to capture here with this special. And then it's revealed he has Kevin Bacon, and Kevin Bacon was under Mantis's spell, and then he, because of Kraglin, talks to him and kind of convinces him to stick around and kind of cheer up Peter. And so then we get Kevin Bacon singing a song and playing guitar to cheer up Peter, which is kind of cool. There's also a song played in the beginning of the special also, with like this alien band playing guitars and singing this funny Christmas made up song. That's a lot of fun. So the music in this is really cool. I like it. So there's kind of just a lot of fun Christmas vibes going on, and a lot of funny things, and it's just really kind of a good time, actually. I was actually very surprised at how much I liked this. So overall, I went into this not knowing what to expect. It looked kind of cheesy and cringe, and I just didn't really like it from the trailers, but I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought, and I had a lot of fun with it, and it's actually pretty family friendly. And so I think this is something that the families with their kids could sit down and watch together around Christmas time, especially if your kids like Marvel and the Guardians crew. It's pretty tame on the adult type jokes that the Guardians usually have. It's definitely very more family friendly. It's funny, it captures the Christmas spirit and charm. It's kind of just a good time overall. So if you haven't checked it out, or if you're kind of skeptical like me, go ahead and check it out. I think it's worth a watch for sure. I definitely recommend it. With this and Werewolf by Night, which was kind of like a Halloween special, I really kind of like what Marvel was doing here, where they're keeping it nice and short, keep it focused, and just do a fun special to kind of go with the holidays, Halloween and Christmas, and just kind of keep it nice and light. And it kind of creates a fun little atmosphere, I think, and definitely a different vibe that we need in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now. So I definitely say check it out. Alright, so that's it for my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I ended up really enjoying it more than I thought I would. Are you guys going to check it out? If you did you like it, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, shut up about the Zarg nuts. Bye.